Welcome to our 50-year celebratory Pankey Annual Meeting. This achievement has been the collective enterprise of countless men and women who have strived to achieve excellence. For some, excellence extends past the technical aspects of dentistry. Another's excellence can become the guiding light to achieve our own. It can be our support, our hope, and our advocate to become a better version of ourselves. In 2013, the Pankey Institute chose to annually honor those who have left their mark and legacy on us. They are dental heroes. Throughout the 50 years of the Pankey Institute, we've had the pleasure of watching students become teachers, friends become family, and mentors become heroes. Today, it is our honor to announce the recipients of the 2019 Dental Heroes Award. Dr. Richard Alpert, nominated by Dr. James Kincaid. An Emory Dental School classmate, Jimmy Hill was the first person I heard extol the quality of the dental practice of Dr. Richard Alpert. I remember being impressed when Jimmy told me how many Hanau articulators he used in his practice. How could a practice have that many complex cases at the same time? I had also never before imagined that appreciative patients would travel long distances for their dental care. I resolved to find out all I could about this Dr. Alpert so I could learn from his example. Richard's dedication to a Pankey-style practice was already recognized by others, and he was invited to serve as a member of the Pankey cadre. A few years into my practice, I attended a presentation by Richard. As expected, he approached his cases with remarkable care and methodical planning. The detail with which he designed the occlusion was like nothing I had ever seen before. As we watched this dental master present his magnificent cases, it struck me how humble he was. It was then that Richard Alpert became my Pankey hero. His inspiring work was one of the factors that motivated me to begin my journey of learning at the Pankey Institute. Over many years, I have sought his advice and friendship on numerous occasions. He has always offered that advice and encouragement in the most gentle manner. Whether in front of an audience or in a simple conversation, Richard is always the consummate gentleman and a role model for a relationship-based practice. Everyone who knows Richard holds him in the highest esteem, and he is truly a master of our profession and worthy of the recognition of Pankey Hero. Please put your hands together for Dr. Richard Alpert. Dr. Bill Bryant, nominated by Dr. A.R. Bryant. Dad was a man of integrity and honor. He was an amazing teacher. As a father, as a dentist, as a spiritual man in the church, he imparted principles that stand the test of time. Dr. Pankey's philosophy appealed to him because it is about principles, not current fads. It is about relationships, doing right by others before self, seeking excellence, not mediocrity. These were all foundational stones that Dad built his life on, and which he practiced constantly in all the arenas of life. He knew that technology and techniques change, and he embraced many of these in his early career of dentistry. But he understood that principles don't change, whether in dentistry or life. One of his major passions in dentistry was the principles of anterior guidance. Dad believed that with a true understanding of these principles, all the rest of the understanding of occlusion and its related restorative dentistry would make sense. So he was the driving force behind making C3 separate from C2. He also put together a pamphlet on this that has helped many LDPI students. I was truly blessed to be mentored by him and to practice with him for 30 years. My father was truly a remarkable man. A round of applause in honor of Dr. Bill Bryant. Ms. Joan Unterschutz, nominated by Dr. Kevin Minch. Joan has influenced countless professional and friends alike. Her facilitation skills are so subtle that you find yourself making choices that you didn't even know you could make. Found myself in an ER and was barely aware that I had made the decision to go because until I spoke to Joan, I was fine. I just chuckled and said, "She did it again." Mind you, her influence has always been for a positive gain. Joan has helped me beyond words. Mentorship is a wonderful dance of supporting, challenging, containing, and rejoicing, and Joan is with you toe to toe. She is the Fred Astaire of facilitation from my perspective. Recently, she noted that my questions had gotten a bit more gentle, and I thought, there she goes again. Influencing change, would Rich Green's belief of a leader by that definition, and what I've experienced, Joan Unterschutz is in fact a truly unique and gifted leader. A round of applause for Miss Joan Unterschutz. Dr. Glenda Owen, nominated by Mr. Kevin Dubois. Dr. Owen began attending courses at the Pankey Institute in 1994, and neither her life nor her dental practice have been the same since. She took all the essentials and has since completed numerous other courses. She has been a visiting faculty member and a member of the Board of Advisors. She served on the Pankey Board of Directors from 2011 to 2018, serving as Assistant Chair and Chair of the Nominations Committee. She is active in 3 Pankey-based study clubs. Dr. Owen's leadership in organized dentistry extends beyond Pankey. She is the current president of the Greater Houston Dental Society, former president of the Houston Academy of General Dentistry, and a member of the Board of Directors of the Southwest Academy of Restorative Dentistry. She is a fellow of the American College of Dentists and the International College of Dentists. But Dr. Owen's career is about much more than accolades and leadership positions. It starts with her practice, which has a reputation for delivering caring and compassionate treatment in a calm and nurturing environment. Her loyal and long-standing team members are both partners in delivering her philosophy of patient-oriented care and recipients of her practice philosophy that prioritizes the professional development and personal fulfillment of every team member. Dr. Owen has made 2 trips to Romania to train young dentists there, and 3 trips to Uganda to help establish community libraries in areas stricken with a book famine. She has held numerous leadership positions in her church. She somehow manages to find time to indulge her passions for reading, art, and travel. And above all else, she is an engaged and devoted wife, mother, and grandmother. In short, Dr. Owen touches and excels at all of the points of Dr. Pankey's cross of life. She is my dental hero. A round of applause for Dr. Glenda Owen. Miss Linda Miles, nominated by Dr. Deanne Blazik. As a young dental hygienist, I listened to Linda Miles' practice management cassette tapes in my car as I drove to and from work. I was inspired by Linda's ideas and warm, compassionate voice. I dreamed of meeting her in person one day. This dream came true years later with my team on a Sun Fun Dental CE cruise, after I had gone back to school to become a dentist. Not only did I meet Linda, but I hired her as a consultant to come and help me with a quickly growing practice. Her philosophy of patient service first fit our mission. I have always said the 2 best things I did for myself personally and professionally were attending the Pankey Institute and hiring Linda Miles as a consultant. Both inspired me and my team beyond measure. I cannot adequately express my heartfelt gratitude for the blessings both have provided in my life. Linda's influence in my life reaches far beyond dentistry. There were several things that bonded myself and Linda over the years, and she is a great role model. She is hardworking, humble, generous, and kind. I am so honored to call her my mentor and friend. She has been and will always be my dental hero. Please give a round of applause for Miss Linda Miles. Miss Sherry Kay, nominated by Dr. Mark Clive. I am very excited to nominate a dear friend and colleague as a dental hero. While there aren't enough words to convey the characteristics of this individual, I'll share a few. Humility. This person has incredible professional knowledge and interpersonal skills, and yet she is always approachable and unassuming. Perseverance. This person has endured more in life than any other individual that I've met, and yet maintains a positive outlook, finding joy in life. Dedication. This person has dedicated her career to advancing the profession of dentistry and is always offering a hand up to others in dentistry, no matter their role. I am a better dentist, husband, father, and friend. Really, a better person in general, because of this person. Sherry Kay, you are my great hero. Additionally nominated by Miss Laura Sunmark. Sherry, you are my hero because you have always believed in me, even in times when I didn't believe in myself. You are my hero because you have taught me how to be brave, have difficult conversations, and live a life that truly makes me happy. In the last 11 years, you have played the role of mother, sister, friend, coach, and mentor whenever I needed you. Most importantly, you held the mirror up for me when I couldn't myself and showed me that I had grit. For that, you will forever be my hero. Please put your hands together for Miss Sherry Kay. The Golden Girls, Miss Toni Pizzi, Miss Fatima Breck, and Miss Kathy Jeffries, nominated by Dr. Mike Sherb. There's no way I could not include three special ladies, who are affectionately called the Golden Girls. These three ladies have all been integral in our collective success. We have had some of the most incredible times with so many days of hard work and fun-filled laughter that there are too many to count, and there is not a day that goes by that I'm not eternally grateful for God bringing them into my life. Please give it up for the Golden Girls. Dr. Leanne Brady, nominated by Dr. Edwin McDonald. A legendary American business executive once said that in every successful organization, there is always someone who puts the magic in. On this 50th anniversary of the Pankey Institute, we are celebrating a remarkable past full of magic makers. In the present, the Pankey Institute is experiencing a renaissance, just as it has before, because of these individuals' unique ability to accomplish the extraordinary. One leader in particular decided to go all in with their time, talents, love of the practice, energy, hard work, and grit. Those are all elements required for the transformation of a storied organization. Just as reinventing ourselves demands all that we have to overcome that which impedes us from the radical transformation that allows us to be impactful today while honoring our venerable past. So on behalf of a grateful Pankey family on this 50th anniversary, I celebrate the devotion and transformational leadership of Lee Brady. She has given and sacrificed selflessly for the love of the Pankey Institute and its contributions to the lives of countless dentists, their families, and their patients. It is a huge part of why we get to celebrate our 50th anniversary on a current high-energy vector of success with such hope for the future. It is because of people like Lee that we can celebrate today the successes of the recent past with such optimism for the future. Let's give a big round of applause for Dr. Leanne Brady. Dr. Richard Reddy, nominated by Dr. Michelle Lee. If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. Isaac Newton. This quote seeds deep in my heart as I nominate my mentor, colleague, and friend, Richard Reddy, as my dental hero. My dental journey started with visiting Richard and his practice 10 years ago in a small town in Fleetwood, Pennsylvania. Little did I know that meeting him and his encouragement to go down to the Pankey Institute would change my life forever. He has been a pivotal person in my professional journey as he has supported me in my personal and professional path. He remains so passionate about dentistry, and his continued strong relationships with his patients inspires me. Thanks to his support, guidance, and friendship, I am a better dentist, mother, and wife. With deep gratitude and appreciation for showing me that there was a better professional path and for letting me stand on his shoulders. Thank you, Richard. Please give a warm round of applause for Dr. Richard Reddy. Dr. Brad Portnoy, nominated by Miss Sandra Casado. I'd like to start by sharing the story of how I met Dr. Portnoy. I saw the ad for a job opportunity in his office back in 2001 and decided to apply and check it out. I met Dr. Portnoy's office manager and the rest of his team, and although he wasn't there on my first visit, I felt I had fallen in love with his practice and the atmosphere that he had created. When I finally got the chance to meet him, I knew at that moment that I wanted to work for him. I now know that that was one of the best decisions I have ever made. Dr. Portnoy is a great person with integrity, intelligence, and an extreme passion for his craft. He has always had a never-ending love for his family and profession, and an eagerness to help as many people as he possibly can. His generosity and passion not only provide the best care for his patients, but also bring out the best in every one of his students and staff. Dr. Portnoy always willingly and wholeheartedly supported me in my decisions, mentoring me with advice that I still use and apply today. I proudly and full-heartedly nominate Dr. Bradley Portnoy as a Pankey hero. Put your hands together for Dr. Brad Portnoy. Mr. Bill Connell, CDT, nominated by Dr. Mike Scherb. Bill and I met in the winter of 1989, soon after I got out of dental school, as he had just begun his career as a lab technician for the same office that I went into as a dental associate. Little did we know that we were on parallel paths in our search for excellence, which led us both to the Pankey Institute. He participated in one of the first Pankey Lab Tech courses, the very week prior to my attending my first C1 in 1989, even leaving me a note that I would cherish to this day. You have been absolutely one of my greatest assets in the dental world, because even though my first hero introduced me to Pankey, we have lived it together day in and day out. Without the stellar work you have given me the last 30 years, I would not have the reputation I have today. Your work is preeminent in the world of dentistry. We have learned from the best minds in dentistry, as a team and individually. I thank you both for being my Pankey heroes. A round of applause for Mr. Bill Connell, CDT. Dr. Bob Spreen, nominated by Dr. Brad Weiss. Bob Spreen is my Pankey dental hero. I was so fortunate to have Bob as lead faculty for my first teaching assignment at the Institute. I couldn't have been set up for success any better, as he gave me the space, confidence, and support to be myself and bring my gifts and talents as he has for so many E1 participants over the years. Simply put, when Bob speaks, people listen. He chooses his words carefully, and times his pearls of wisdom so effectively that I know when he is ready to speak. I need to get ready to learn. I knew his Hoosier hospitality would be something I appreciated, but his ability to put participants at ease, accept them where they are, and facilitate their next growth step is unmatched. Thank you, Bob, for inspiring me to talk less, listen more, and let the magic happen with gentle, facilitative nudges that allow for the most powerful learning to happen. Let's hear it for Dr. Bob Spreen. Dr. E. Flynn Harris, nominated by Dr. Jim Kincaid. It was September 1979, and Chris Paul and I were at the DuPont Plaza attending Continuum Level 1, the beginning of our Pankey journey. Our faculty was an all-star team consisting of Fred Corey, Ty Toddy, and Flynn Harris. On day 4 of the Continuum, the class was deep in adjusting our acrylic splints, and I do mean deep. There was so much acrylic dust on the floor that I remember slipping and sliding around. While I was trying to figure out whether to adjust the red ink marks or the blue ink marks, I noticed Dr. Flynn Harris standing behind me. That is when one of those meaningful Pankey learning experiences occurred. No doubt, Flynn saw my quandary because he offered to help. Taking my seat and handpiece, he demonstrated and explained every step as he developed the occlusion on one side of the splint. Then, I sat back down and he watched and carefully guided me through the steps. It was absolutely the ideal learning experience. He then moved around the lab, helping other participants in a similar manner. His example of facilitating my learning left an indelible impression on me, and that memory often comes back to mind when I am serving as a visiting faculty facilitator. In the ensuing years, Flynn and I have been together on countless occasions, including Triple Plus meetings and serving on the board of directors together for 8 years. For his many years of dedication to the Pankey Institute and for his influence on my own dental journey, it is my honor to nominate Flynn Harris to be a Pankey hero. Please put your hands together for Dr. E. Flynn Harris. Dr. William McElveen, nominated by Dr. Mike Sherb. It would be a definite understatement to say that I have lived and breathed Pankey since the moment I was exposed to the book, A Philosophy of the Practice of Dentistry by L.D. Pankey. I have tried to incorporate the words and wisdom from this book into not only my practice, but my everyday life, and I owe this all to one person. We met in the summer of 1984. As we began our journey at the University of Alabama School of Dentistry. In the fall of 1987, he came back and showed me the book by L.D. Pankey. We both made a pact that day, that this would be the way we would live out the principles in our lives and careers. And while we have not always been able to attend courses together, we are here today to celebrate our life and friendship together as one of my Pankey heroes. Let's give a round of applause for Dr. William McElveen. Dr. Nancy Ward and Dr. Denny Byrne, nominated by Dr. Jennifer Davis. I have been blessed to have many dental heroes throughout my tenure as a dentist thus far. However, this duo has been amazing. I first entered a study group, RAG 2, in 2009, that was run by Denny Byrne and Nancy Ward. Though the group was already functioning, I was welcomed to be a part of the learning and support provided within the group. Denny and Nancy have been a tremendous source of stability for me as I have moved through the stages of a beginner dentist, practice owner, and beyond, always challenging me with new paths of learning and coaching me through stages of development. When difficult times have come to me, Nancy has always been able to look me in the eye and give me honest comment and advice when I have needed to hear it most. Denny has been a huge support as I eventually began to host a study group of my own. His time and advice have always been genuine and encouraging. Always hospitable and so very helpful. Their mutual support has been a pillar of development and courage for me in my path of stepping forward in dentistry and in life. It is with this dedication that I wish to let them both know what an important part of my life they have been. Thank you, Denny and Nancy. A big round of applause for Dr. Nancy Ward and Dr. Denny Byrne. Dr. Michael Sherb, nominated by the team: Tony, Fatima, Kathy, Carrie, Claudia, Molly, and Gina. Dr. Michael Sherb has undoubtedly dedicated himself to the Pankey Institute since the day he stepped through the door, and we have had the privilege and honor of being a part of his journey. With his incredible drive, passion, along with the philosophy of the Institute, he shows his integrity daily through the way he delivers the highest standard of care. We ourselves have become part of the Pankey family, and we owe this extraordinary distinction to Dr. Sherb. Throughout the years, he has instilled in us numerous philosophies, with many of them having a significant impact. There are two powerful influences Dr. Sherb has always said, and we hear often. First and foremost, our number one job is to take care of our patients that need us. By doing this daily, we have thrived to reach our annual goals and have been able to celebrate by taking many trips and making memories that we will cherish for our lifetime. The second one he often says is, do what you love what you do, and deliver more than you promise. The ability to practice what you believe has certainly showed us the true meaning of success. He has an admirable dedication to being a husband, a father, a brother, an uncle, a grandfather, a friend, a mentor, and an outstanding leader. His belief in faith and how he strives to be the best dentist that he can be to his family of patients is truly second to none. Dr. Sherb is our dental hero because he has graciously shared his knowledge and success to not only make us a great dental team, but to be overall better people. Thank you for being our dental hero. Please give a big round of applause for Dr. Michael Sherb. Dr. Ron Presswood, nominated by Dr. Glenda Owen. Dr. Ron Presswood is my dental hero because he introduced me to the Pankey philosophy and encouraged my path to the Institute. I had heard of Pankey for most of my early career, but I thought of it as a place for technical training. Then, in the spring of 1989, I attended a restorative dentistry course Ron taught in Houston. Dr. Pankey's death was very recent, and it was clear that Ron was saddened by the loss of an important person in his life. At times during his lecture, he was moved to tears. I had never witnessed anything so personal in a dental continuing education course. It was refreshing and full of meaning. When Ron began to talk about Dr. Pankey and the philosophy, I was spellbound. I could hardly believe what I was hearing. A continuing education institute that mirrored my own core values? That caring for people is the purpose of a dental practice, that relationships filled with mutual admiration, respect, and integrity create a culture of excellence and compassion. I approached Ron at the end of the day to express my appreciation. He invited me to join a study club. I finally began my Pankey journey in 1994, and it was after being in the presence of others at the Institute that I realized just how important and special Henry Tanner was, and how valuable my time with Ron Presswood had been. Thank you, Ron. You were my dental hero. A round of applause for Dr. Ron Presswood. Dr. David Hildebrand, nominated by Dr. James Kincaid. David Hildebrand was truly a man for all seasons. In the words of author Robert Bolt, in describing Sir Thomas More, a man for all seasons is the ultimate man of conscience, who remains true to himself and his beliefs while adapting to all circumstances and times despite external pressure and influence. Such a man was David Hildebrand, a man of faith, a family man, husband, father, leader, friend, consummate dentist, educator, mentor, athlete, coach. All described this man. He was also a colleague and a personal friend of mine and many others. Early in his dental career, David had been mentored by Dr. John Anderson, so it was fitting for him to be invited to be a member of the Pankey cadre. David pursued every endeavor with his hallmark intensity. Whether he was competing in a sport or practicing dentistry, he was all about being the best he could be. This, combined with his genuine interest in people, is what made him a consummate teacher. The fact is, he had so much to share that he was always teaching. We admired his dental work from the podium, visited his office, and taught with him. His commitment to excellence and the highest ideals had such an influence on those around him that he truly changed lives. All of us who knew him and the Pankey Institute itself are better because of David's influence. David Hildebrand was a true Pankey hero, nominated by Dr. Richard Hunt. Every dentist who has been fortunate to study at the Pankey Institute can identify one or more of their faculty who influenced their lives in a very positive way. Dr. David Hildebrand was that gentleman for me. As my C5 instructor, April 1997, David masterfully introduced yet another layer of clinical and behavioral concepts that helped me know my work and know myself in a more insightful manner. 22 years later, the wooden round TUIT that he gifted me with a firm handshake and a steady eye contact serves as a reminder of his encouraging message. I believe you have great potential both as a dentist and as a man. Now your job is to live into that potential. I will also be forever grateful to David for sharing his concept that each of us has a finite number of life units, but the quantity is only known by God. Therefore, it is imperative that we cherish and spend them with intention. Life is a series of choices which are a reflection of our core values. Choose wisely. His daughter-in-law, Julie, summarized David's legacy beautifully when she wrote, "He served God. He served his family. He served others. Oh, and he was one fine dentist too." God bless you, David Hildebrand, my dental hero. Nominated by Dr. Mike McDevitt. My memory of this amazing man that sums up attributes that meant the most to me was his contagious, wonderful smile, with which he always greeted me, and I'm sure many others. Behind that smile was his unquenchable reverence for God and all of his creation, his complete dedication to family, friends, and patience, and his insatiable desire to encourage others to excellence beyond their own expectations. Each day was a precious gift to him to be both honored and enjoyed. He consistently enriched the lives of all of us privileged to know him, generously offering his energy and his experience to many, to be a blessing to so many of his colleagues and then to their families, and their patients is a rare embodiment of love for others, nurtured by both his faith and his family. Thoughts of David always bring a smile to my face, as if I had the honor of smiling back at him again. Gratefully and respectfully offered by Mike McDevitt. Please, a massive round of applause in honor of Dr. David Hildebrand.
Just for one day, how we can be us. Just for one day.
Thank you to all of the friends, colleagues, companions, and partners, the ones who inspired us, challenged us, and changed us. Thank you. Their strength and character have earned them the distinguished honor of Dental Hero. Would the nominees of the 2019 Dental Hero Award please rise? Make your way to the front of the ballroom and align next to your fellow recipient.